Hey Rod, the sound bites that I've been hearing is that this is a double dip recession. Now, does that mean that we should start focusing on the core things that turn, or is it a time to try new things?
Well, we've been hearing a lot about double dip recessions lately. A lot of people don't even know what it means. It sort of sounds fun, like a roller coaster, but the basic premise is that we've had a recession and we sort of see a little bit of recovery and then we sink back into the hole there. So it is something that people are concerned about. You see the markets kind of fluctuating radically and it gets people worried. As far as your question goes and what to do with these kind of forecasts or potential forecasts is I would say if business is good right now, this can be a great time for entrepreneurs to expand. I talk to a lot of them. They're pretty optimistic about the long term and they realize that a recession or a double dip recession is a great time to hire people. We've got 10% unemployment. There are a lot of quality people out there. It can be a great time to expand to a new location or a bigger location because real estate is still depressed. So you really have to run the numbers. You don't want to be too risky because again, things could take that dip. But if you've got cash on hand and you see opportunity where your competitors might be hunkering down, this can be a great time to stand out from the crowd. So we've got another email coming in here to Ask Rod. It's a great company, GrannyJoeProducts.com, that produces items for the elderly. Joanne writes, I know that this is not a glamour market, but it is a very underserved portion of the population. How do I get my word out aside from trade shows, catalogs, and Quest magazine? Well, Joanne, I gotta be honest, I checked out your website a few minutes ago and it's really cool stuff, really fun stuff. You got oxygen tank covers and some walker accessories. Look, getting older is fun. Just look at Betty White. I think we're seeing kind of a shift, and as we know, America, the population is getting older, baby boomers are getting older, and that's great news for you because it represents huge demand for your stuff here. So I think that's good news. The other thing is that you've got a great story to tell. This is kind of fun stuff, the fun side of this industry, and I think you really want to get that story out. A lot of entrepreneurs are using social media to reach their customers. I don't know with your target market that that's the best way to go, but I would suggest starting with newspapers and maybe some trade publications. Try to build some buzz around your brand and really get the word out there. And then in terms of getting your product into the hands of your target market, I'd suggest partnering maybe with some senior centers or retirement communities. Give them some samples so people can check out your stuff, and they might ask for it by name, as we all hope people will with our brand. So get the product out there, get the story out there, and I think you've got a winner on your hands.
Hey Rod, are Smithwiches part of a balanced diet?
This question is sort of a sore subject for me. Now, if you're not familiar with Smithwiches, there's a great restaurant down the street from AOL called The Smith. And during the summer months, when it gets a little hot outside, they make these great ice cream sandwiches, 2 freshly baked cookies. They're delicious. And I had said to my 2 great interns, Rachel and Lauren, hey, one of these days, why don't we go get Smithwiches together when it's 100 degrees out? And one day I was out of the office and they went and got Smithwiches without me. So whether they're part of a balanced diet, I really don't care right now because I'm a little mad that I didn't get my Smithwich. So I'm hoping one of these days I'll show up at my desk here on the set of Ask Rod and there'll be a Smithwich waiting for me.